All right, 40th anniversary celebration. What has happened is that this year I spent some time looking at some old calendars, and this was a year that I discovered that two things special had happened to me. And the first one was, as we strolled down memory lane, was that I had been teaching reflexology for 40 years. And then the second thing was 25 years ago, I wrote my first book, Reflexology Today, A Family Affair. And I also had the opportunity to celebrate being the first African-American healthcare practitioner to travel to China and Cuba, representing America as an ambassador of reflexology in those countries. And during that time, little did I know that when I started studying reflexology with the many master teachers internationally, nationally, and locally, little did I know that I was going to become a reflexology instructor. All I wanted to do was just do reflexology and help people be relieved of pain and stress. So that was my intention. And what happened was, I'm going to share with you how it all got started. And this has been my reflexology experience. When I started in reflexology, I built my practice working with senior citizens. So that's how I got started. I loved working with seniors. And so the seniors really taught me a whole lot, because when you have the opportunity to sit at the feet of your elders, you'll be very surprised at what you will learn, what you will become, and what you can actually do. Again, little did I know that my seniors were paving a path for me in my career as a reflexologist. And how this began was, they wanted me to start taking care of their feet and hands. And so what that meant, we liked the reflexology, but now we want you to start doing manicures and pedicures. So that led me to enter the beauty industry. And so in entering the beauty industry, what happened was, I, went on and did all the things that you have to do to get your license to do manicures and pedicures. And so from there, I was able to incorporate manicures and pedicures with reflexology. But as I stated earlier, my initial training in reflexology came from a health perspective. So I knew nothing about the beauty industry whatsoever. And so how to put reflexology in with the beauty care industry was quite challenging. So what happened was, there was a school in California that was offering a training program for the beauty professionals in New York. So I said, okay, let me go up here and see just exactly what it is I need to do to know how to put together reflexology in the beauty industry. So I did the training program with them, and they said to me, will you organize a group in Washington, D.C., and we'll come down, since we're here on the East Coast, and do a training program for the youth. For anybody who you put together in D.C. Now, one thing you got to understand, I had never done anything like this before in my life. Never. ever. So what I did is I called together all of my massage therapy friends, and we put together a reflexology training class, and they did it. What happened as a result of me doing that, I became their first East Coast instructor teaching reflexology all across the United States to the beauty industry. And then by organizing this class, I also became the first national statewide reflexology instructor for a natural pedicure and manicure product line that was the first to introduce reflexology to the beauty industry. So that laid the foundation of me starting my career as a reflexology instructor. So now let's fast forward 30 years to 1992, when I returned back to my original origin of teaching reflexology as a healthcare and being able to train people in reflexology from a health perspective. Now, let me tell you how this happened, which is quite interesting. I used to be a frequent guest on the Kathy Hughes morning show, and she would have me as a guest, and we would talk about reflexology and alternative healthcare practices. And what happened was, so a lot of people, that's how a lot of people got to know me, and that also was a way that helped me build my practice. And there was a young man who heard me on the radio and tracked me down to ask me if I would teach reflexology to anyone who wanted to know how to use reflexology for health and wellness. And if you see the picture that says FOH First Reflexology Certification Class, the gentleman in that picture, his name is Simon Monroe, was the person who tracked me down to start teaching reflexology. And he became my first student in 1992, where I started teaching reflexology to healthcare practitioners and non-healthcare practitioners. As a result of that, I expanded, and I even taught a senior citizen center reflexology, and they participated in a senior program in Iowa, and they were recognized as senior reflexologists. And then, I taught reflexology from 1992 to 2019. And so if you understand, this explains how my senior citizen clients created my reflexology teaching career. So because of the pandemic, my journey and reflexology experience had to change. And the major change was moving my reflexology practice online to join my reflexology training program, which I had brought online in 2010. And during the pandemic, my focus was on introducing reflexology as an alternative to opiates and over-the-counter meds for pain relief to address the opiate epidemic that has been plaguing our community. To do this, I started offering virtual reflexology sessions to clients online. I was now instructing clients how to do the same reflexology sessions they would normally receive from me under my guidance and instruction. Now, I want you to know that this was all experimental. It was trial and error because I am not internet savvy. And everything that I know about the internet, I'm self-trained. And this is an example of what the pandemic will force you to do. So, my next move was, because of my love and passion in sharing reflexology, I needed to make some changes in my business. So this year, I decided to invest in developing the business side of Focus on Healing. This decision allowed me to make some valuable changes with some valuable and meaningful connections with people who have helped me to grow personally and professionally in my business. And so by me connecting what I did, I decided to join what's known as the Masters of Business, which was a mastermind group, affectionately known as the Mob, under the leadership and guidance of Brother Bedford, who has a track record of helping entrepreneurs build successful businesses. Little did I know that because of my experience and connection with the members in the Mob, I never thought about republishing my book. I never thought about asking my #1 supporter, Kathy Hughes, to write the foreword for my book. I never thought about restarting my podcast shows that I did for 7 years, from 2008 to 2015. Never would I thought about creating a practice based on reflexology pain relief research studies that I did as a service for chronic and high pain tolerance sufferers for the last 5 years. For many of you, I have been missing in action, and this is the reason why, that we have not been in contact with each other. It is the members of my mastermind group and some very close friends and colleagues that opened my eyes so that I could see I needed to get back on the front line and start sharing reflexology and focus on healing in a new and improved way. I needed to begin living my passion again, doing what I know how to do, help people take back control of their life from living in pain so that they can have optimum health and wellness. We are here today because of the members in the mastermind group that encouraged me to do this celebration that we all are here attending, and to share the launching of my book, Reflexology Today, Your Family Guide to Pain and Stress Release, 2nd edition. I'm sharing this message with you because as I celebrate all of my accomplishments, I celebrate and give thanks to each and every one of you here. You are my foundation that has given me support and encouragement. It is you who has opened doors for me. It is you who allowed me to give life to my dreams and visions. It is you who defines me and the work I do in reflexology. It is my honor and humble privilege to say thank you from the depths of my heart to you and being there for me. Before I go to the conclusion, I'm going to stop the share screen and I'm going to open up the chat. So if any of you want to share anything, it is now your turn. So you all can open up and start chatting.
Hello?
Yes, who's speaking?
This is Dr. Jan Chambers. How are you, Miss Angelique?
Hello, Dr. Chambers, and thank you for
I
coming.
miss you.
Well, I'm back.
Well, I know why you're missing in action. Look, I wanted to join in to wish you well and to thank you for everything that you have done. And I miss you. I would like for us to speak at a later date. And I do want a copy of the book. So how can we go about getting a copy?
I'll share that in a minute. I'll tell everybody how you can go about that. And
Okay.
we will be back in touch. Thank you for coming.
Oh, love you much. Good speaking with you.
Same here, my dear.
Okay, I raised my hand. I didn't want to jump in too quick because I didn't want to speak over anybody. Hey, Janika. Woo!
Hello, Miss August. Thank you for coming.
I'm excited to be here, and I just wanted to tell you, like, much congratulations. I am so proud of you. We have not even known each other that long, but it is just absolutely amazing to see how you, once you have clarity, you just blaze. You know what I'm saying? You just go. And being online and doing all of this stuff can be intimidating, and you like, I'm just gonna take it, and you're on a path. I told you when I heard your voice, just your voice alone is soothing. Your presence, everything about you, it says life, it says healing. So I'm excited to get the book and to read it and to glean from your wisdom. And I just want to say congratulations again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. One of the things, okay, go ahead. Who is that speaking to now?
This is Barbara.
Hello, Barbara.
How are you? You know, we go way back too.
Yes, ma'am.
And I found you by listening to WOL, Kathy Hughes show, and I tracked you down too. Because Kathy was talking about how relaxing it was, and you put her to sleep, she snored. I said, oh, that sounds so relaxing. And I said I wanted to do that. So I did get in touch with you, and I became a reflexologist because I said that would be something I wanted to do when I retired. Well, I was doing it before I retired. So now I'm doing it off and on now, not as much. But I just want to say congratulations to you and wish you much success. And I will be getting another copy of the copy of this latest book that you just put out. So
thank you so very much.
And I'll be talking with you because I need some reflexology.
We'll make that happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed one.
Thank you. You the same, my dear.
Congratulations, Angelica.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Maisie speaking, and I'm one of those ones too that tracked you down. Mine was a little bit different though, because it was purely vanity. I was going to this place where you got it was the home of the Egyptian body wraps. And I saw a sign in there, or a little bulletin or flyer that said that there was a 1-day, 2-day course on reflexology that was being taught by a lady. I can't remember her name. And at that point, I didn't believe that it was possible that you could work the body on the feet. And it was at the end of the class. There was a combination of reflexology and aromatherapy. And the lady came around checking to see whether or not we were touching the right reflex areas, and she touched an area on my foot, and I asked her, "What is that?" And she said, "That's your liver." And I said, "There's no way that woman could know that my doctor's office had called me that week and told me that my liver test was out of whack."
Wow.
So when that happened, I started looking for you. I said, "Well, who is this person that teaches this? Who?" And they says, "Well, in Jadika, I understand that she's considered a master." And I was like, "Well, take me to the master." And I studied with you in 1998 before we actually had the charts. And I continue to practice reflexology today. And I continue to practice it, and I truly love it. And
You ever had it done?
when everybody that I touch, when I do touch them, I understand and I appreciate so much gratitude that you were able to give me something to enhance the lives of not just me, but someone else. So thank you very much for being a part of my life.
But it does.
Maisie, I have to say thank you to you because you stepped in and have been assisting me for quite a while. And I am so thankful for that. So you're like my right hand. So thank you, Maisie.
Thank you, Jadika.
Yes, I see Katrina. I see
Hey,
your hand.
hi.
Yes.
You probably don't even remember me, but I was in one of your classes in the early 2000s when you were doing this. I think we were all the way out there in Laurel, Maryland, somewhere, and I was driving from the other side of town on Saturday mornings. But I just want to thank you. You have no idea how much you've changed my life, and I've been in touch with you in the background for years now. So just hanging out in the background, always reading everything you send me and trying to be a part of everything that you share with me. And I just want to thank you. I did open a small practice here in our home, and it allowed me, and you taught me how to add quality to my brother's life during the time that he was going through his chemo. And he said he felt better with me coming to his house every night with reflexology than he felt even before he had the cancer. So I just wanted to chime in here to say thank you.
It's been a while, and Katrina, I cannot forget you. Yes, I remember. Thank you.
So I will still be in touch and follow you always.
All right. And did I see Barbara? I thought I saw Barbara Bailey.
Yes, Barbara Bell. I want to congratulate you, Anjanika. It's been years and years and years. I did fall off the grid for a couple of years due to extensive health redesigning my health. But I think I'm from the class of 96, I think. And anyway, I'm from that class, and I have enjoyed, I appreciate everything I learned, and I'm still practicing, not with everybody, but I practice with my husband, and I put him to sleep when we are not having a good conversation. So I want to thank you for that learning experience and your professional instruction and all of the lessons that I learned about the feet. And I think not too long ago, I learned something about the ear being connected with the relaxation of reflexology. And when I want to calm him down, all I do is reach for the ear and start practicing it, and it really works. I'm telling you, it really works. But thank you, congratulations. I'm looking forward to getting that book. So congratulations, you are so well worth it. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. And same to you, my dear.
Hi, Jadika. This is Alma.
Hello, Alma. How are you?
I'm down in low country, South Carolina.
Loving it.
Yes. I want to congratulate you and everyone on the call, and just looking forward to getting the book. And you have certainly been a trailblazer. We've talked about a lot of different things, and the connection now in terms of what I'm doing with reflexology and the connection with bone health. So I am dusting off my practice as we speak, and looking forward to 2023. And I'm just so proud to be, as they say, in the number in terms of this skill, this craft, this really gift that God has given you and you have given us. So thank you so much for your dedication, your commitment, and I certainly will be in touch as well. And good luck and best wishes to everyone else on the call.
I want to say to Alma stepped into a new arena with reflexology, and she is dealing with something that's very important in the African American community as it relates to bone health. And she has developed her practice in terms of focusing on integrating reflexology with bone health and wellness. And I have several, one of the things that everybody will tell you that has enrolled in my training program, the day that they graduate, the one thing I told them, whenever you see me, don't talk to me as being one of my students because you are now my colleague. So these are all my colleagues that you are listening to, and they have taken reflexology to the next level, which is what I encouraged all of them when they were in training, that whatever your eyes can see in whatever direction that you think you can take reflexology to, the door is wide open. So that's one of the things that really makes me so proud and so happy when I hear about the accomplishments that my colleagues are doing in the world of reflexology.
Hey sis, this is Asabi, and I want to thank you for traveling to Chicago to start training our CEO superheroes in reflexology. It means so much that you would share this skill with the next generation of healers, and we love you.
This is who you just heard speak is my right, left, and my humble beginnings. And she is one of those that pushed me in the direction that led me to the mob. It was her inspiration in telling me to come back out on the front line. And we got some exciting things that we are planning in terms of working with young people, which is my first love, always has been and always will be, in terms of the next generation of reflexologists. Did I see Margot? Okay. I am going to, do we have anybody else who wants any more comments? Because I'm going to take it.
Yes, this is Alice
Oh
Edwards.
my goodness. This is a blast from the past.
I'm trying to figure out how to use the mute and the unmute. And so I met, I can't even remember how long ago it was. I met you through Yemi and Hank Jones.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then, yeah, and then you introduced me. I never heard of the word reflexology before until I met you. And I went through your certification. You were on Rhode Island Avenue, and I think it was in Greenbelt, Maryland.
All right.
Oh gosh, that was a long time ago. And I was doing a lot of traveling then for my job, so I didn't get to use it as much. But now I'm getting back into it. I use it on myself as well as my family members. And I have a niece and nephew, and anytime I want them to go to sleep, I just do their feet and they just pass out. And all of my family members, they love it now. But
all right.
Congratulations on 40 years of business. I'm proud of you, and I have followed you in the background, so I keep up with you, and I'm looking forward to your book, because I can always pick up the book and read, and also I'm very interested on your online class too. So I see you've been really busy, and that's great. And thanks again. I really appreciate you, and have a lot of respect for you. And thank you, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, and same with you. Corey?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, apparently the co-host has stopped my video. So it was on for a moment, but it's not right now. Okay. Hello there.
Yes, sir.
And congratulations. Corey Scoggins, class of 2003. And reflexology has been a total blessing for me. It has opened doors that my other profession, which is fitness, would have never opened up. It's introduced me to so many people nationally and internationally, so many different contracts, but just being able to bring comfort to people by the way of touch. And many people, when I work on them, a lot of times they say, well, I've had massage before, I've had acupuncture, things of that nature, but the teaching that I received from you and Jadika just has helped me to take to a whole nother level. And many people have said to me that they feel like they've been touched by God because they've never felt a touch like that. And so I take it very seriously. I do not allow anyone to call it foot massage. I'm very territorial about that. I make sure that with all of my clients, with people, that I educate them on what the importance of therapeutic reflexology is, as well as the benefits of it and how it can complement pretty much any modality that's out there. And that is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So I thank you for allowing me to be able to touch literally thousands of lives and just to be able to introduce reflexology to, I would say, hundreds of thousands of people. So I thank you.
Well, I thank you, Corey. And one of the things I want to share about Corey is a veteran. And he has entered the arena of introducing reflexology to the armed forces. And he's starting a new project with that.
Thank you.
This is another growth. See, I told you. I tell them, whatever you see, take it there. And so that's one of his ventures that he's undertaking right now. Thank you, Corey.
My pleasure.
I think I see Regina.
Yeah, you do. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Well, as we say, I met you back in the 80s. And what I'm going to say to you is this: congratulations on staying true to your heart and your craft all these years. And I'm very happy as to seeing you back and doing what your love is, first and foremost. So please continue, and I wish you so much success. And like I said, I will be looking forward to working with you, doing some podcasts in the future. And God bless you.
Thank you, my dear. Here's another one of my right and left hands that's been in the trenches with me for a long time.
So, and Jadika, this is Amma again. Actually, I don't know how to raise my hand, so I want to apologize because I wish I could figure out, at some point I'll learn a little bit more about this online.
Trust me, dear, I understand.
But as everybody's sharing, what comes to my mind too is how you have opened the gate and allowed, to be used in such a spiritual way, because it certainly is definitely, a connection. And I wanted to acknowledge one thing that I remember. I guess I don't remember my class. I was trying to figure it out whether it was like 1996 or 97 or something like that. But the one, I remember doing some volunteer work with you, and I wanted to share it because this is another milestone for you, how you, before NIH opened their office on integrative and complementary medicine, we worked that conference for 2 years in a row with Dr. Andrew Weil and a whole bunch of other people. And as a result of that conference, then NIH opened the integrative department. I think, what is it called? The complementary and integrative alternatives or something at NIH. Right. So, another feather in your cap in terms of all the things that, you've done and the different paths that you have been on and brought us along with you. And it has opened up a lot of opportunities. And then just listening to everybody else on the call, it would be really nice that we can maybe kind of connect. And, as you are masterminding, with the other group, I'm definitely interested in the masterminding component as well. So again, just wishing you well and wishing everybody else well. And for a prosperous 2023.
We all got it. We claiming it. Okay, anybody else? Well, anybody else have any comments?
And Jadika, I have a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
I just I'm listening to everybody else, and all I can say is that you are an inspiration. You are a trailblazer, and it looks like since you've been into this thing with longevity behind you and under you, you are opening up the doors for others. And that's what it's all about. That's what leaders do. And I'm so proud and honored to know you. I really, really am. I was just telling a friend of mine, this lady is amazing. She's very teachable and approachable and humble. And I just had to hurry home, and I wanted to get on my laptop so that I could just spend this time with you. 40 years, kudos to you. And thank you for what you're giving all of us. That's just what I wanted to tell you.
Well, I have to say something special about you. Remember,
this is your day. This is your day.
No, I have to say something special. This young lady right here is the one. I heard her, and she's a part of my mastermind group. And she's the one that forced me to come out of retirement and podcast. Now, who you're listening to right now is a master in the podcast. So if you want to know anything about podcasting, this is she is the person. And she caused me to come out of retirement. And we laugh about it because when I did it, it was a whole nother world. That's another conversation. But spending time with her has shown me how the importance of podcasting in terms of us educating the masses. So to you, my dear, I say thank you. All right. Anyone else? Well, on that note, I am so elated because when I look at the names of everybody who's in attendance, I'm humbled. I'm very humbled because of every last one of you here is the reason for where I'm at right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to a conclusion because I thank you for your time, and which is very important. So here, what I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share the screen a minute. And this is what I want to share with you. Here's an update on all that's happening or going to be happening in the new and improved Focus on Healing. We're going to start having monthly workshops on the Touchology Pain Relief Wellness Hour. We're going to have health and wellness membership program for chronic and high pain tolerance sufferers, changing lives with Touchology. We will be reintroducing the Reflexology Youth Wellness Training Program for youth ages 8 to 17. And I am doing a weekly podcast, the Touchology Wellness Experience, called The Power of Touch in Healing Pain and Stress, with alternative and complementary approaches to healthcare. And I will be offering online recertification training for reflexologists who want to just step up their game a little bit in reflexology and see what's new. That's going to become available in addition to the promotion of the book, Reflexology Today, A Family Affair. In conclusion, as we move forward in preparation for the holiday seasons and the beginning of a new year. Let's begin renewing our relationships and be supportive of each other in living our dreams and making a difference in the world. As I return back to the front line to fulfill my life passion and mission, if you, a family member or friend, is suffering with chronic pain or high pain tolerance, please let them know that the power of touch heals all pain. And this is what we do at Focus on Healing. And so I leave you with this message. This holiday, think about giving the gift of pain relief. And to each and every one of you here in attendance, have a joyous holiday season and much success, prosperity, and abundance to be shared with each and every one of you as we move forward in whatever it is that's our heart's desire for entering into 2023. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and have a wonderful evening.